federal agents killed Alex Preddy yesterday morning, and there's just been a steady stream of people here since yesterday, since right after it happened. They've set up this vigil and this makeshift memorial, and I'll get in there in a minute, but people just keep coming and coming, and they're talking. There was just a kind of unified chant from nurses here, because he was an ICU nurse at the VA, and these nurses were chanting, "Nurses want peace. Nurses want peace." And I mean, you can just hear the pain. You can just hear the pain in their voice.
And so, is there ICE agents there now? I see there's some looks like city
No,
police.
these are Minneapolis police agents, and they're just kind of here securing the scene. There's a they did open the roads here this morning. It was all blocked off yesterday when I got here.
Yeah,
So they opened the roads, and they're just kind of here, I think, protecting the scene, protecting people. But yeah, I haven't seen any ICE agents down here yesterday, right after the shooting.
yeah. Have you heard any ICE activity in the town today that you've heard of?
Not that I've heard of, but you know, we've
Uh,
talked about this
uh,
so many times. The
so
point. Can you hear me? Am I breaking up?
yeah, I can hear you. You're fine. Keep going.
Okay. The point of so much of what we see is um, flood the zone, right? So we're overwhelmed, and that's
Yeah,
what's happening here. I mean, it's just you can't stay on top of everything. There's just so much happening, and then you saw what happened on the Sunday shows. We can talk about that, but go ahead. What are your thoughts?
this is what my question was on the Sunday shows. Um, the assistant director Blanche talked about the fact that the police from Minnesota weren't helpful at all. Is that what you experienced?
I saw that too, Senator, and I think it's an interesting take because Minneapolis police are here. They were here on all of the surrounding blocks, the intersections that I saw yesterday. Now, they're not helping them detain
Right,
immigrants.
not their
Um,
job.
but at the same time, they've also been shoved out of investigations.
Right.
So the local investigators were basically pushed out of the first investigation into Renee Good that ended up not being an investigation at all. And then as far as here, the same thing happened here yesterday. The state investigatory agency came down here, and they were basically denied access. And then there was a federal ruling from a judge last night that basically forced the state, like, you cannot destroy evidence. You have to preserve any evidence. So this is a legal mess.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Still colder than hell.
Oh yeah. I think it's warmed up though to about 0.
Yeah, that's brutal with the moisture that's there. So, what are you hearing people talking about today?
Everyone is just I think there's a grief that the city just continues to go through and feel. And I think everybody's just so scared, like, what happens next? What happens next? And a lot of people are just demanding some kind of justice. But you heard on the Sunday shows this morning, I mean, the administration continues to double down on this idea that somehow Alex Preddy attacked officers.
Yeah,
I have not seen any video of that. I
uh,
saw all of the anchors. I watched Dana Bash, I watched Kristen Welker, and they said, "What's the evidence?
yeah,
Show us the evidence of that."
yeah.
And I have not seen anybody from the administration produce evidence that there was any kind of attack on ICE agents, any kind of interference with their operations, other than he was directing traffic and helped a woman who was pushed to the ground.
Yeah, I watched the video again this morning, and he wasn't really, from what I saw, he wasn't really doing anything, and they just came over and started pushing him and then took him down, and then that was the end of that story. But
Yeah.
it's horrible. I had a quick text with Klobuchar this morning. He was on mute the press, and it's tough, man. They're just ripped up. They're just ripped up back there. They just want to be left alone so they can get their community back. It's
And that's really it. So this afternoon, sorry, I'm trying to organized here. It's hard with all of this winter gear on. There's a vigil, like a family vigil, at a park nearby here, a few miles away, and his family, I think, will be there. And so I'll be at that, and I'll be going live with Steve Schmidt this afternoon to talk about that and what we're seeing. But it's just, yeah, I mean, the vilification of Minneapolis right now is hard to watch, for
I'm
somebody
seeing,
from here.
yeah, I'm seeing the same thing going on in Maine right now by one of the networks. I don't need to mention them, but we're vilifying Fox right now. I'm vilifying Maine right now. I'm sorry. And so this is a business district you're in right now. This is a bunch of business.
Yeah, let me get my mic here. So I'm on Nicollet, and there's like about a 17 block stretch called Eat Street. Really just kind of a melting pot, where you can come and get cuisine from all over the world. And like right in front of here, right next to where Alex Preddy was killed, like there's a Malaysian restaurant right here called Peninsula. You can come down here and get Somalian cuisine. You can get Greek. You can get it's just kind of a very vibrant stretch of street in Minneapolis. And yeah, very, I mean, I've come here my whole life.
And I assume all those businesses were closed yesterday, or were they open when all this happened?
Well, here's the deal. Some were, but right behind me, you can see Glam Doll Donuts. And I don't know if you remember the very first video that we saw of the shooting. It was being shot from inside a window, and they were shooting that video right there in Glam Doll Donuts. I have to give a shout out to that business. They have been open. Every time I've been down here, they're open. They are letting people come in and just get warm. Even, if they're not buying anything, people just kind of come in, they get warm, and they leave and make room for others. They ran out of donuts yesterday. They made more. I mean, they're just really stepping up. And that's the thing about this community. And I've said it so much, and I know we joke about it when we're not talking about something so serious. But Minnesotans stick together, and this community sticks together.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. It's pretty.
I do want to show you that, though. Hold on one second. Let me flip my camera around. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, so so here's kind of the memorial. But right here, these two women have been out here, and they have donuts, they have hand warmers, they have, I think they said, what, you guys have other hot food in here in crock pots. This is very Minnesotan of us. And so they've been out here, and they just offer everybody help. So I just wanted to chat with you. Hi. So tell me about, how long you've been here and what you're doing.
I was out here all day yesterday. My kid lives around the corner, and it was pretty intense out here. And my wife and I woke up this morning talking about how we could be helpful. What could we do for the community? And we decided to make food. So we made some soup and oatmeal this morning, and came out to be part of what's going on here to make people, just feel safe and feel like we see each other. We love each other. We love our community.
I'll have you maybe hold this for a second, and if you want to talk. Tell me, about this community and what this feels like to going through this again.
We live 0.8 miles away from George Floyd Square, and Renee Good was murdered nearly a mile from our home. And it's not it. It's not going to help the community to have ICE attacking everybody for no good reason and pulling people out of cars. And what we can do for the community is show up for them. We can make a meal. Like, everyone who is out here, everyone's giving something. And it's not what people are seeing on the news. It's not
violent. When
Right.
ICE isn't here, it's not violent. It's community centered. People caring about each other. People coming out to
serve one another, to bear witness.
And
And
I
you-
see you have. Oh, here. I
Yeah,
see
you
you have.
guys,
Oh, here's Senator Tester asking you a question. Go ahead.
Yeah.
you guys live in this community, I assume, right?
Yeah, we're in South Minneapolis. So we're just a couple miles, and our child lives just 2 blocks away from where Alex was murdered yesterday.
So let me ask you. I mean, I lose sleep over this stuff, and I'm 1,000 miles away from you guys. You know what? How are you guys feeling right now? What do you know?
Terrible, unsettled.
Angry,
Yeah.
helpless sometimes, but also when we come out like this, I feel the hope that's in our community still. And I feel that people still are working on coming together. We still have fight in us to fight against what's happening. And yeah, there's a whole mix of feelings. It's hard to describe.
We're also sad that the government isn't doing more to stop this. And like, why do we are here, we're boots down, we're here for a reason, but why can no one else stop it?
Yeah. So let me ask you. I mean, you think the governor's being lax, or the mayor, or the federal government?
I mean, the federal government for real, but also, our community as well. Like the governor
The governor and the mayor could be boots on the ground. It'd be nice to see them out here. I haven't seen them out here, but maybe they've been out here. But I see them talk on TV, and I know that things happen behind the scenes that we don't see. But my thought is often, where are you? And when your priority is to protect property and not people, it really is unsettling.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for what you're doing. And I do see you have the I Love Nurses buttons on. Are you nurses?
I am. Yeah.
Nurse. I mean, how does that feel with Alex Preddy being an ICU nurse at the VA?
They just were doing a chant, like, nurses want good. Like, nurses want safety. Like, he was helping someone and he got murdered. It's terrible. It's terrifying, and it's really, really sad.
Well, thank you both for your service and being out here and being part of this community, and for your work as a nurse. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you. So, yeah, Senator, I mean, people are upset. People are upset.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I get it. I get it 100%. I think everybody's upset. I think the morning shows that people were upset. I mean, it's the first time I ever saw in the morning shows where every one of the folks who did the interviews pushed back on the gaslighting. They pushed back on the gas, and that's
Right. And that's kind of I thought that was remarkable too, because they just keep saying, the stance here is from the administration. Oh, he was assaulting them. He was in their face. He was, an agitator. And every video I've seen shows completely the opposite. So more will come out. But the other thing I thought we should talk about is the circumstances around this specific person, Alex Preddy, because it's really putting a lot of Second Amendment staunch supporters in a position, because the administration, I mean, President Trump said something along the lines on Truth Social of, only criminals go out in public with a gun or go to the, and the NRA was already out saying, well, whoa, we don't want to say that. And so this is going to cause, that's another layer of this. And as we know, I mean, you could probably talk more about this with the gun lobby, but it's interesting to see those people suddenly defend his right to carry a gun when the president of the United States is saying, it's an interesting dichotomy.
The Second Amendment gives us rights to keep and bear arms. They don't give you a right to murder people with them, and that's why the people that are in this administration ought to look in the mirror, because the truth is they're not doing anything to stop this crap, and people need to be held accountable. Having a gun is a responsibility. I didn't see that guy break any of his responsibilities of our Second Amendment. I did see some people who shot him that brings it into question, and they need to be held accountable. I'm not against ICE, but the ICE people need to be held accountable. Absolutely held accountable.
And the tactics attacked
Yep.
us, right?
That's right.
I mean,
They need to
there's
be
an
held.
aggression here. I showed a
truth here.
video yesterday. I put it up on our Substack and I shared it on our channels. And I mean, this street was just filled with people yesterday, right? There were fires, there were chanting, people were on dumpsters. I mean, it's just filled. And right immediately after the shooting, there was a huge clash between protesters and federal officials, federal agents. And I mean, I talked about this yesterday with Jim Acosta, but there is a woman named Jana Shortle. She is a very well-known news personality here, a journalist. And she was down here. She was behind the barrier. She had her press credentials in sight, and she got sprayed, and she got hit, and she was completely shaken. And I talked to this group of medics. I mean, these are like just people who are EMTs in their real life and, in their day jobs. And they were down here on the scene trying to help anybody. And this one guy I talked to, he said his name was Lucky. And he said that he was treating broken bones and helping people rinse their eyes out. And that it was just so, the tactics were so aggressive when they first started clashing. So,
and they didn't need to be aggressive.
And they didn't need to be.
They're putting aggression in places where they shouldn't be used, and it speaks to the fact that these folks aren't very well trained.
Gotta go.
Yeah.
Friend Angus King said this morning, bush league policing.
Well, we just wanted to check in. Again, I'm going to be here now for most of the week. I'm going to do some freelancing with scripts, and I'm going to be doing some other stuff. We'll be here with you on Grounded. I will be on with Steve Schmidt this afternoon in the Warning and the Save America movement over at that vigil. But if you guys have any questions or need anything, you know how to find us, and we'll be checking back in with the senator. Unless you want to fly out here to Minneapolis, Senator.
I would love to, but it's a balmy 12 degrees here, and it's a lot colder there.
Yeah, you don't want to leave that heat wave. I get it.
Exactly.
I get it.
Well, I can catch the storm, man. I see what's going on in the Midwest and East Coast, and but their problems are nothing compared to the problems in Minneapolis right now. Just tell you.
Yeah, and there's just a lot of concern. The governor enacted the guard, and there's a lot of concern about what that looks like as we move forward, and what kind of encounters we'll see between federal agents and the National Guard. And let's hope we're not on here talking about any more deaths.
No, absolutely. Look, people in leadership need to be in leadership, and what leadership means is you've got to push against things when you see they're wrong. And Congress hasn't been there. God damn, I have to slow up one of these days. That's all I got to say. Otherwise, we got big problems everywhere, not just Minneapolis.
I'm gonna try. I was gonna try to get in there, but it's just getting kind of crowded here. But again, here's behind me is the scene. More people just keep coming and filling this space, and they will continue to be. And so we'll keep an eye on things. I'll post things as I see them. And we just want to thank everybody who's been here with us on this journey and for the support. And it's important to shed as much light on this moment in history, because this is the kind of stuff that our my grandkids and great grandkids will probably be reading about.
Yeah, well, I think unfortunately, I don't think it'll be read about as one of the brightest times in this country's history. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Senator, and we'll talk soon.
You betcha. Take care. Be well.
You betcha. Good Minnesotan there.
Stay safe. Oh, yeah.
All right. Bye-bye. Thank you.